education source. Wouldn't it be nice? I have to tell you this. So, who knows where this comes from? I'm preparing you with that. But how many of you had in your childhood people who were basically bullies? And they bullied you in subtle ways, and now you're just finally recognizing that they were a bully. I can't believe they did that. Those things happened to me because I was a nice kid. I was, in grade school, I was kind of the straight A kid, and I didn't need to study much because my brain worked really well. It was before a lot of accidents and injuries that have slowed me down a little bit. But I want you to know this. Actually, somebody told me the other day they liked me when I was a little slower than I usually am. And maybe I'm too fast for them. Maybe I'm thinking too quick. But that aside, when I was a kid, man, I remembered everything that I read, everything that I heard. I had that sponge kind of brain, and I could regurgitate it on a test like that. And then, when I got older, in high school, I had a concussion, an injury that made my brain not work like it used to. And how many kids have those kinds of injuries and they don't get seen by the right kind of professional? My family was not a chiropractic family. And so, my parents never thought to have me seen by a chiropractor. After that injury, they just went to the doctor, took me to the hospital. The ambulance took me to the hospital. And then I got flown to the university hospital where, what did they do? They just watched me for 6 days. Of course, they charged a lot of money to watch me, but they didn't do anything to help my injured brain. And I've seen that myself live with my own stepson who got flown to the hospital on life support, all this stuff. They induced a coma with drugs, and they just watched him. They didn't do anything because they don't know anything that will reduce the inflammation or the fluid swelling in the brain. The only professionals who know how to do that with their bare hands are chiropractors. And, had my mom and dad known that at the time, they just didn't know. It wasn't that they were not willing to get me help. They just didn't know where to go. So it'd be great. I know my title doesn't really fit this, but it'd be great if people came with warning labels. Warning, this doctor does not know how to solve X, Y, and Z. Whatever those injuries are. Concussions. So probably your chiropractor would come with a warning that says, this doctor does not resolve bleeding, bones sticking out, heart attacks. Those require that you go to the emergency room. Those require that you go see the guy who has drugs and lots of people who can monitor you. And let's face it, not too much unlike a veterinary clinic, those people who are monitoring you, because what they're doing is so important and so intensely detailed, really, they should get paid more. They get paid a lot, but they should get paid more because of what they do. Because they give up their parts of their lives to learn how to do this stuff and then to be there. I think they do a great, amazing job. So those things said, I want you to realize that had my family understood chiropractic, I'd probably be in a way different place than I am right now. I would have graduated in a higher rank in my high school. I may have gotten scholarships to go to college. And I may have gone to vet school sooner, which could mean I wouldn't be here teaching you animal chiropractic. I would have been doing drug-based medicine for much longer and have been more entrenched and ingrained in it because of that. Now, when I went to, veterinary school, or when I could have gone to veterinary school if I'd have gone when I was younger, animal chiropractic was not a systematic training. There were no systematic training programs for animal chiropractic at that time. That didn't come until later, till the 1990s. So had I gone to veterinary school, I think, number one, I would have been really seriously disappointed. And number two, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn animal chiropractic and then as early after my graduation from veterinary school. And so there was no warning label on that either. There should be warning labels on things. We talk about warning labels on chemicals, things in your house, drugs, all of those things, and how important they are in helping us make better decisions. We have warning labels for companies. It's called Google Review. And that's one of the places where you can find, it's a really good idea to ask other people, what do you recommend? What do you recommend we do for this? And they will give you some experiential answers. Hey, I had this experience with this company, with this person. Don't be afraid to ask. That said, take a look at our Google reviews. You'll see that our students do some pretty amazing things and will tell you in their own words what an amazing time they had learning animal chiropractic. So, there's a few people out there, every business gets those weird wanderers. There's a couple of people on our Google reviews that I'll tell you, they were never a student. They don't really understand what we do, and they are just spouting hatred because they sit around all day eating bonbons, watching television, and make bad Google reviews. And if you look them up, you'll see some of them, that's all they do. They just go through and randomly leave bad Google reviews for companies they've never had any experience with. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you're looking to reduce your burnout, you're looking to increase your income, and you're also looking to expand how much you can connect in your community to help your clients and your community and those animals in your community have better lives, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com.